All right. So even though it pains me that I give instructions and some of you don't carry it out, I still can't but help laughing over the matter even while saying it. I give an instructions, you don't follow it, is a shortcut to failure. I'm telling you. Let me not use the word failure. I'm still trying to be nice. Is a shortcut to struggling a longer time. Because there are some persons that they can still find their way around building their business, with or without engineering also. But trust me, you may have to struggle quite for a while. Many of you must have heard of the popular, I call it stupid cliche, that experience is the best teacher. I'm sorry. Experience is not the best teacher. Yes. I've seen a lot of people that make mistakes and they never learn from their mistakes. Do you know why? Because for you to be able to learn from your mistake, there are certain things you need to do to be able to learn from your mistakes. That's not a training I want to give you today. But one of the easiest ways I have grown, one of the fastest ways I've grown, as in some of my landmark progress in life came from the place of failure. In fact, there are some of them I have to fail again and again until I learned how to learn from my mistakes. There is a way you learn from your mistakes. It's a training for another day. I had to go back in time and start checking all the mistakes I've made, and then I learned from them. I picked lessons from there, and I saw clearly the path I should follow, and it was awesome. So, I advise you, whenever I give out instructions, follow after it. Follow it to the letter. We call this the millionaire school. Many of you will be thinking that, oh, there are going to be some discipline. When you don't do this, we do this to you. No, there's not going to be a discipline. Yeah, it's a school in the sense that there are some structures I put in place, like the timing, the way I run the millionaire school, because that's my millionaire school. I'm mentoring you to start running your own millionaire school. When you become an influential mentor, you will start running your own millionaire school. Like now, my Rising Star mentors, as from next week, all of them will start running their own foundation classes, all of them. Or at least they'll be put in groups. None of my Rising Star mentors will ever, I will never again run foundation class for any of them. All of them, I'll put them in groups. They will start taking some responsibility. They will start running their foundation classes and then be inducting people into the millionaire school. There's some media names earlier on. I look at it and then I induct them because it is still my millionaire school. By the time they grow up from becoming, when they grow up to become an influential mentor, then they start running their own millionaire school. How many of you went through the RDI leadership ranks? It's a video I sent out yesterday. How many of you went through the video? Let me see, wave your hand. Many of you did it. And when you didn't go through the video, when I'm talking about Rising Star Mentor, you will not be wondering, this one or guy is talking Rising, who is a Rising Star Mentor? It's because you didn't follow through with the instructions. If I ask them who is an influential mentor, you know Sabi. Because something will be given and a task could be given, you will not follow through. I will say it again before I get to the lesson for today. The shortest route to struggling and having difficulty building the business, the sharpest and the shortest route is when engineer also, or when your leaders give you a task. Joke with it. Many of you here, look at you. You are here in the millionaire school. You're going to be spending 1 hour. What? This is what I call being able. Yesterday was just a test. It was just a test. Oh, if you are here and you didn't do that assignment, you are a hypocrite to yourself. It means you are here so that engineer knows, so we know that you are here. Oh, let people, I'm telling you, why can't you bring out that 1 hour yesterday to go through the task? It means you are not disciplined. And the reason why many people lack character for success is because they lack discipline. I'm telling you, character is everything when it comes to success. If you're not a man of character, you are in trouble. Let me tell you, whatever you have that is much more than the character level you have is a miracle, I'm telling you. And the way life has been designed to live, it will always fall back. So remember, it's a miracle, and then don't think that's where you are. One of the things my mentor taught me is to know exactly what you achieve based on your growth level, and to know the one you achieved by the sure mercies and miracle of God on your life. Simple. Don't be stupid. You must know the difference. That was what my mentor taught me. God can throw you a miracle now. You have 50 million naira. If you have never built a business before and managed 15 million, I am sorry. If you plunge in 50 million naira, you will lose it in business. You lose it. That's a miracle. So let's learn that wisdom. Let's gain that wisdom. Please, a minute. Please, I'm in a millionaire school. I will call you back. Thank you. I will call you back. Oh. Very, very vital. Let's get over to the course for the day. I know some of you right now, you are feeling bad. Engineer so called me a hypocrite. Yes, that's who you are. You are a hypocrite. And you're not a professional. And then I'm challenging you to rise up. Because if you keep doing it, you will not succeed. It means the day, if I don't run millionaire school, you can't bring out 1 hour again to commit to your business. Many of you hear me talk about it in my OPPs, business presentations, that if you are to succeed, you need 3 hours to 7 hours. How many of you have heard me say that a couple of times? Let me see with your hand. Do you know why I'm doing that? I found that in this business, it's not about just gathering the crowd, quality people, but it's not quality people based on the skills and this person can talk. No. Quality people are known by their attitude and their character. Someone that has the character of success knows that he must sacrifice a bit of his time and resources so as to build a business. Someone that have that mentality, do you know what? The person will be able to become very successful over time. That's the reason why our our paid seminars, I'm a business trainer, and I run business trainings where people pay me money. 3,500, 5,000, 1,000, 7,000, 10,000. And I found out that people that come for my paid seminars, they pay me money, 3,500, 5,000. When they join our business, this business, they are more serious. I've noticed it. I've noticed it. They are more serious because when the advert goes out, we receive 1,000 contacts. But immediately you put the fee there, 5,000 naira, just for training, just to show you the opportunity, 5K. You will see only 20 coming. Out of that 20, you will end up having like 10 or 15 of them paying. And majority of them will be serious. Why? Because they know that to succeed, you must sacrifice resources and time. So if you are here in the millionaire school, and yesterday I didn't have the millionaire school, you didn't take out 1 hour to study the videos I sent out, you're a hypocrite to your business and you will not succeed if you keep doing that. Some will say, Gina, no, so you're not being harsh. I thought you say you're not harsh. At least after I'm talking and I'm saying I'm laughing. I wish there is a way I can say it better. You will not succeed. You will not. All right. Now, I want us to go through this video. Okay. Many of you watched the one I did. The 3 psychological reasons why people join the business. Now, the reason why I'm going to be doing this video is because many of you connected to this project, you joined the business, but there are certain things that made you join the business. And when you are not aware of those things, trust me, you may end up wasting a lot of opportunities, having people joining you massively in the business. Yes, even though you may not be the one to share the business one-on-one with people, but there are certain things you must know. And when you know those three things, it puts you in a place where all you need to do is to get someone watch the video, and then you can support them with those three things, and then you see people joining you immediately. I want to show you those three things that made you to join the business. And if I don't have any of, if you didn't join the business because of three of them or either of them, tell me. Let me not know the reason why you joined the business. Now, when you can detect this, when you know these three things, bear it at the back of your mind, understand it. Anyone you show the video to, always know that you are to present these three things to them. How many of you will love anyone you show the video that has money to pay, pays immediately? How many of you want to have that? How many of you want to see it happen? How many of you sometimes you wonder how, let me ask another question again. How many of you wonder sometimes how is it that you invited someone, the person has never met engineer also before. I am done talking. The person makes payment, 7 accounts, 3 accounts, 15 accounts. They start making payment. How many of you are surprised? Let me see, wave your hand. See, it is not luck. I'm telling you, all through my presentations, there are 3 questions I keep asking. I keep answering in those presentations. Even if I'm cracking a joke, even if I'm telling you, even if I'm cracking a joke, even if I'm saying to someone, say this, say I'm the next millionaire, I'm telling you, every single thing you see me do, I do it having the answers to those 3 questions at the back of my mind. Before anybody tells you, okay, I'm ready to start with you, you must have those 3 questions answered. And many a times, sometimes, not many a times, sometimes, when they watch the video, they still need you again as an individual. You giving them the video to watch. You that they know, they still need you again indirectly to answer those 3 questions. And guess what? Beautiful thing about those questions. You don't need to wait for them to be asked. You can answer those 3 questions as you go along the way. As they are watching that recorded video, your comments, what you say, your body language, your level of excitement, enthusiasm, while you are watching that video with them, we go a long way in answering all the questions. So let's listen to Mark Morris, the 3 psychological reasons why people take action in network marketing. It's a 17 minutes video. Pay attention. I'm going to come back, summarize it, and then we end the meeting.
Module, we're going to be talking about the psychological reasons that cause people to take action in network marketing. And I'm not going to have to get overly deep here. I have studied human psychology almost my entire career in network marketing. I've spent $10,000 in one day to enhance my speaking ability and my ability to close from stage. I've gone through neuro-linguistic programming certification. I mean, I've read countless books on persuasion. And what I've come to after probably many hundreds of hours of study on the psychological reasons of why people take action in network marketing, it really boils down to 3 main things. So 3 main factors that I'm going to cover here. And as you're presenting, it's important that you focus on these. Now, when I'm in front of a crowd and I say, I'll ask a question, what is it that causes people to join our opportunity? People will always say things like our product. They'll say things like our compensation plan. They'll say financial freedom. They'll say hope. They'll say all these different things that they'll say. And really what it boils down to is 3 things, because you can have the best product in the world. You can have the best compensation plan in the world, the best leadership, the best company management, the best upline leadership, all of that. And that is what most people focus on. Most people focus on, we're the greatest this, we're the greatest that. You know, we've got the most revolutionary this, the most revolutionary that. And, you know, it almost makes me sick, and I just laugh at it because they just don't understand the minds of the prospect. And so there are three things in your career in network marketing. You want to get good at answering these three things, okay? And the three things are, number one, does it work? Number two, can I do it? The most important question that your prospect has is, can I do it? Can I be successful? Does not matter how much success you've had. Does not matter how much success other people have had. Does not matter how great the compensation plan. None of that matters unless you can answer the question in their mind that they can do it themselves. Number three is, will you help me? So number one, most important, is, can I do it? Okay. So let's cover the three. Number one, does it work? Does it work? People want to know that other people are having success. Now, if you look at infomercials, you know, why are infomercials so successful? Well, if you look at an infomercial, more than half of an infomercial is what? Testimonies. It's success stories. It's people who've had success using the product. And, you know, you look at the real estate investment seminars, or the real estate investment infomercials, it's just story after story after story of other people having success. So it does matter that other people have success. That is important. They need to know it works. Is there other people who are having success with it? So you want to be able to point that out. It's one of the main reasons why we have success stories come up and share their story. Because if you're not pointing out other success stories, and it's just you trying to explain everything, then, you know, they tend to not really believe it could work for them if they don't see it working for other people. So it's just how the human mind works, is for people to believe that it will work for them, they need to believe that they need to see that it works for others. Okay, so people believe based on what they see. It's the bandwagon approach in advertising. You know, one of the things that you'll see in, you know, a lot of advertising is people will highlight the number of happy customers, number of people who have bought a product, number of people who have done certain things. It creates social proof. So social proof is an important factor in having people see that it actually works. Now, another thing that does it work, is the company having success? Is the company stable and things like that? That's an example. Does it work? So that's number one. Number two is, can I do it? Okay, again, this is the most important piece. Can I be successful? And unfortunately, most presenters are more, they're more concerned with them wowing the crowd with their ability to speak than they are relating to the crowd. Now, I'm not saying don't try to be a great speaker. I have focused a lot of my career on being a great speaker, but I've never forgotten where I came from. If you forget where you came from, you're on your way back, is the way I look at it. And so my most important thing, which is way above impressing people with speaking ability, is being relatable. It's letting them know I'm like them. You know, there's no difference than me. There's no difference between you and me. It's just that I've been doing this a little bit longer. Okay. And so, you know, can I do it? And I'm going to tell you some of the ways that you can do this. In fact, one of the ways that I do this, if you're doing a one-on-one presentation, maybe a two-on-one presentation, if you're using a video type presentation, or maybe it's a webinar, maybe it's a conference call you're having someone listen to, one of the questions that me as the presenter, I personally like to do, I want to answer that question for the people in my group. As a presenter, I want to answer that. Now, a lot of presenters will not do that, and the video itself may not do that if you're showing a video. And so it's important that you do, if someone else doesn't, is answer the question, can I do it? And so here's an example. When I'm at some point in my presentation, I'm going to have everyone say something. I'm going to say this is usually how I present it. I'm going to say, at this point, you've learned about our company, you've learned about our product, our compensation plan. You've heard from a lot of other people who've had a lot of success with our company, but I know it doesn't really matter how much success all these other people are having. It doesn't matter how great our company is and how great our product is. What matters for you and you joining our business is, could you do it? I know that's the biggest question in your mind is, could you be successful with this? And I want to answer that question by just asking you a simple question. And I just want you to be honest with me. And this will have you determine if you can or if you can't. Can I get your commitment that you will answer it honestly? Say yes. And everyone says yes, right? And I say, here's the question. I want you to look at the person who invited you here tonight. Just take a look at them real quick. And here's the question. Can you do what they're doing right now? Can you do that? And, obviously the answer is yes. And then I'll say, obviously the answer is yes. They're not doing anything. I'm here. I'm doing the explaining. I'm presenting the product and the entire opportunity. And guess what? I will do the same thing for you. Guess what? Every week we've got someone right here that will do the presentation for you. You never have to get on stage if you don't want to. If you want to speak in public, hey, we're going to encourage you to come do it. You can, but if you'd rather just invite people to see this, you can absolutely do this. We've had people who've reached the highest levels in our company, and they don't present. They just invite people to see this. And so what I'm doing there is I'm getting the point in their mind that they can be successful. In fact, one of the other things that I do is I show when people become a representative with our company, they get a website. It's a video-driven website, and there's 3 videos. There's a 3-step system, 1, 2, 3. And so I'm gonna ask you a question to see if you can be successful, and this will have you decide for yourself. Do you know people who can count to 3? If so, if the answer is yes, you can lead them to your website. They can watch video 1, 2, and 3. Those videos will do the presentation on your behalf. So again, at no point do you have to go out and be a salesperson. In fact, I want everyone to raise your right hand and repeat after me. I will not become a cheesy salesperson. Become a cheesy salesperson, right? Mm-hmm. And so I'm telling them, don't go out and be a salesperson. And of course, they're thinking, oh, thank goodness, I didn't want to. Here's the reality of the situation. 95% of the people in the world do not like to sell. They hate to sell. Only 5%. The rest would rather eat worms than have to sell something. And so I do this in my presentations is I actually explain that concept. I say, listen, how many of you by show of hands really love to sell things? And, I'll have a handful of people that will raise their hand. Most of the crowd does not. And I say, well, this illustrates my point. And I'm going to tell you why our company has been so successful. Our company has been so successful because we have a system of doing business that does not require people to go out and have to become a cheesy salesperson. We have tools that will do the selling on our behalf. So if you can sit down with someone and push play on a video, you can be successful. If you can invite someone to an event like this, you can be successful. But here's what I want you to commit that you will not do is go explain this to the people you know. If you go try and sell it to the people that you know, they are less likely to join because they're going to think they have to go sell it. So don't do that. If you'll go to people and you will just show them the video, if you'll invite them to an event like this, you'll answer the question in their mind, they can do it. Now, another thing that I'm doing there is I'm future pacing them. I'm actually bringing them, I'm speaking to them as if they're already in the business. I'm training them, even though they're not even in. I'm speaking to them as if they already are. So it's just putting them in the mindset that they've already joined, okay? So that's answering the questions. A couple different ways to answer the question, can you do it? Can you be successful with this? Now, here's another. if you're doing a video presentation, and I'll talk about this again, I'll reiterate this in the next week on closing, is if you're using a video to present, one of the things that I like to do before I push play on the video is I say, John, what I want you to do is pay attention to what I have to do to explain all this to you. And then I just kind of overemphasize, I put out my finger and I hit play. Okay, I want you to pay attention to what I have to do to explain this to you. And then I hit play. And what just happened in John's mind? John just realized I didn't explain anything. All I did is push play. And so while the presentation is happening, he's answering the question for himself that he can do this because he just saw he can do what I just did. Exactly. Now, after the video is over, here is, in fact, I even explain this sometimes if I'm in front of a crowd and I tell you, I'll just say, how many of you want to learn my ninja sales technique, my ninja technique on enrolling people in the business? Once the video, I show them the video on my website, and when the video is over, I ask them what they like best. And they tell me, they said, oh, they like the product, they like the, business side, whatever they liked. And I said, all right, well, listen, I love all those things too, but I do have to ask you a question to see if you qualify to be successful with this. Do you think you have the ability to push play on a video like I just did with you? And obviously the answer is always yes. Every case it's yes. So that's how I close, is I answer the question. I just have them tell me they can do it. They answered the question. They said yes. And once they say that, I say, congratulations, you qualify. Welcome to the team. And I put my hand out and I shake it. So again, one of the things I'll talk about in the closing week is putting your hand out. When you put your hand out to shake someone's hand, that signifies closing the deal. In fact, if you extend your hand to shake it, and they don't shake your hand back, that would be considered rude. It's considered rude not to shake someone's hand back. And so, but when they do shake your hand, that signifies sealing the deal. So it's almost, psychologically, it's almost rude for them not to enroll. So this is some really, really powerful stuff that will greatly increase your closing ratios. So those are a few different ways that you answer the question, can I do it? The last thing is, will you help me? Now, a lot of people are brand new to network marketing. A lot of people have done network marketing and they haven't been successful with it. And so, because they're new, they may have some uneasiness. They may have some uncertainty as it relates to doing this. And people they need to know that you're there to help them. And it may just be as simple as you telling them, listen, when you get started, I am going to be your wingman. I'm going to take you by the hand and I'm going to walk you through every step of the way to make sure if you're serious about being successful with this, we will make you successful. Fair enough? Cool. You put out your hand to shake their hand. Okay. Another thing you can do, will you help me? And this is part of post-meeting game. And that is basically just telling them, listen, when you get started, my job is to teach you how to put me to work for you. My job is to teach you everything that I know. It's to take you by the hand and walk you through every step of the way. And so I just want to tell you, from my heart to yours, I am here for you. You will give up on you before I'll give up on you. I will never give up on you. If you will be coachable and teachable, if you'll let me be your wingman, we will make you unstoppable and we will make you successful. Fair enough? Cool. Let's get you in. All right. So I'm just telling them that I will be there to help them. Okay. You want to answer that question. Exactly. So those three things. Now I'm going to go back on the question, can I do it? One of the things that I've figured out over the years, some people just need to be told they can do things, because they may not have been raised with parents or family members or teachers or friends who really empowered them in life. And so they live their entire life with uncertainty and doubt about themselves. And so, when it comes to getting involved in network marketing, it may be a little bit new, it may be a little bit scary for them, and they may be on the fence. And when people are on the fence, when people say they don't have the money, when people say they don't have the time, what that really means is I don't believe I can be successful with this. It's a lack of self-belief that they can do it. And there's been I have enrolled so many people over the years because I realized that. I realized they just, the number 2 question, can I do it, hasn't been answered yet. And in many cases, all you have to do is you can look someone square in the eye and say, John, you can do this.
Exactly.
Let's get you started. And you just giving them that level of belief in themselves is what they need to be able to, you know, pull the trigger, to be able to make a decision to get started. So realize in many cases, it's your belief in other people is what's going to give them the belief that they can do it. Sometimes you have to believe more in other people than they believe in themselves. And in fact, unfortunately, in most cases, that is true. For most people, other people believe in them more than they believe in themselves. Realize that is part of human nature. If you will just, you know, keep that in your mind as you're interacting with people and, you know, have that can I do it in your mind, you are really going to enroll a lot more people, and it's going to allow you to rise up to become the leader that you really want to become.
All right, so I need someone I'm going to unmute that will give us a summary of the 3. Okay, Mr. Edward, are you there? Can you do that for us, Mr. Edward? Give us a summary of the 3 psychological reasons why people take action. Summary.
Okay. Yeah. Good morning, everyone.
Yes, good morning.
The 3, 1 is does it work? And 2, can I do it? I'll just summarize why 3 will you help me. So in taking number 1, does it work? Let me relate to my experience when I first come in contact with the business plan online. After watching the video, I saw real proof, saw the account, and saw real event. I believe in that, yes, it works. First of all, is to believe that it works. Convince yourself that it works. When I convince myself that it works, and I looked at the obstacles, the challenge, I observed that there are challenges, but because of the result I see, because I believe that it works, I was ready to do whatever it takes for it to work for me as well. Then, still in the video, the helping hand that was there, that I was assured that will help me, the helping hand that comes from RDI, equally propelled me to going into the business. And that is what I'm using when I'm prospecting, telling them that the RDI is a helping hand. That's just like you. I get scared of talking to people, but because of the helping from the RDI, that is what is pushing, and that is what can equally propel any intended.
All right, so what's the last one?
Will you help me?
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Let's just stop there for now. Let's stop there for now. Okay. Does it work? Can I do it? Would you help me? These 3 questions, if you can answer them, even without them being asked, having them asked as questions, trust me, that's what makes you a professional. I told us something. See, there are 2 ways you can present the business, or 2 platforms that you can use in presenting the business to people. The first one is you can be the one sharing the business one-on-one by talking, or in a seminar, whatever, but you are talking. Or someone must be talking. Or you can play a recorded video with people. You must understand that it's not just, I want to say this because of those of you playing the video. And if you heard me say it a couple of times that our video produces more result than even physical talking. Trust me. Now, I want to say this. Many of you think that getting to watch the video with someone is just about sitting down with them to watch the video. How many of you have noticed in the Millionaire School, when I'm watching the video with you, you see me make expressions like, wow, that's great. That's what it is. Those expressions, it affects you psychologically. You don't sit down and watch the video and after you just tell the person, what do you think about it? No. Show some level of excitement. If you know this, what the director said now is the reason why I said yes. I'm telling you, And I'm so super surprised that they're even exceeding what they say. They say, in fact, they do exceed in whatever they promise. No, the commitment is much more than what you are hearing here. No, you must be making comments. Very, very vital. Very, very vital. If you can handle these 3 questions, then you are up for success. Does it work? Yes. Does it work? Does it work? Do you know that over 16,700 persons are in this project? Many of you must have heard me talk about this online when I'm having my meetings. And I normally say it just at the beginning. Over 16,700 persons are involved in this project. We've created over 40 first-time millionaires. We have over 1,000 persons that have earned over 100,000. So I'm telling you, this is not a test run on you. I'm sharing with you what is already working. How many of you have heard me say that before? That's exactly what you need. Many of you have noticed now, I don't share my account. You can even share my alerts. Can you imagine this is the alert of some of my leaders? Say that. Come on. You don't need to log in. See, let me tell you. The reason why many of you end up presenting, you're done talking to someone or sharing the business with someone, and the person asks you, how much have you earned? Is because you didn't answer these 3 questions very well. If you did, those 3 questions are far, far, far bigger than someone just asking you, how much have you earned? I'm telling you. Because they know, okay, wow, we are just new in the business, and the question will now be, are you getting this support? And obviously, it's not left for you to do what? To answer, with the right, to answer rightly. Number 2, can I do it? We have to let people know. So I hear me talk about, okay, how many of you here, these are the 3 criteria you need to have. Are you willing to build a business? Do you believe in the vision of the project? And then this, and I'll end up saying things like at the tail of the presentation, I'll say things like, if you have a mobile phone, obviously you are hearing the presentation, that means you're qualified. If you have a mobile phone, but that's the most important tool you need. You must let people know that it is something they can do. Then the 3rd one, will you help me? There are 2 persons that's going to come to play here. Your prospects, they know that RODI is there, especially when they watch the recorded video. They want to know how far you can go. So one of my greatest tools in recruiting people when I was a bit younger in the business is to cast a vision of where I am going. I'm giving you my personal technique those days. I cast a vision of where I am going. Something like, I just started this business newly, and guess what? Whether you are involved or you're not involved, in the next 3 months, I'm having over 100 persons connected. My goal is to make over ₦1 million. You are my friend. I want to get connected now, because when you get connected, remember, some of the things I'm doing will reflect. So wouldn't it be wonderful that I'm working, earning, and I'm supporting you to earn? Cast a vision of where you are going. People want to know how far you want to go. Let me give you the worst case here. The worst case here are those of you that have so many other business opportunities you are introducing people to. You just finished introducing someone to this business, and then you're talking about another business again tomorrow. You are killing you. They will just see you as a confused person. Nobody wants to join a confused person. Let me teach you something. And if you want to reverse engineer this and use it to your own advantage, if you know me, you are someone that has been jumping around from one network marketing company or the other, or for one opportunity or the other, let me tell you, and you have cliques of people that do that with you, let me tell you, you have a gold mine. Do you know what you need to do? You need to come to them and tell them, see, now I know the reason why we'll be moving from one place to the other, and we've never succeeded. Now I've seen an organization I can settle with. I've decided to settle with. That are ready to mentor me. These people have mentored over 16,700 persons. And if you see the level of support I have received, that's the final. My dear, can't you see all these things? They've never paid. Let's settle here. It's working. And guess what? No more jumping around. If you do this, it will work for you. I know some persons, what I just said right now worked for. If you have people that you are in, you are in what, let me not call names. You are in RDI today. Tomorrow you are in another something life. Tomorrow you are in this one. You will never succeed. People will see you doing different things. They know you are very confused. Even when you recruit people, they see you as a confused person and they will easily leave you. People follow vision. I'm telling you now. People don't just follow results, especially when they can't prove the results. Trust me. If the money does not drop in your bank account, there's no way you could prove. The only way many of you knew that the alerts I show you is real is when you registered and saw clearly how to earn and see how the money drops. Mr. Edward, is it not true? Mr. Edward, unmute yourself. Is it not true?
It's very true.
Oh, there is no way. I've seen people that will go and get alerts, screenshot it and tell you that's their alert. I don't do that. But there is something you must understand. People are not fools. You don't get people to join you in the business by showing them an alert. Those alerts I'm showing them doesn't make them to join. I'm telling you the gospel truth. People follow vision. Let me tell you, the world, as you see it, rallies around a man that has a vision that is far, far larger and bigger than himself, that can accommodate other people. I will say it again. The world rallies around people that are ready to take responsibility. In the other word, I use the word leaders. The world rallies around leaders. Watch this. The world rallies around leaders. You can't have a true leader that doesn't have people rallying around him. But you must have to become a leader first before people can rally around you. And how does leadership start? Taking responsibility to forge a path. You must be able to have a vision that is bigger than yourself. When you cast a vision that includes other people, that makes people successful, people join you. So I always say this, use this analogy. Two persons, Mr. Edward, now he has not earned up to 100,000, I know. He will come and show you some people alerts and say, you know what, you can make, look at my money here. I've made about 80,000 naira or 70,000 naira. And then I come up with my own and say, you know what, in the next 3 months, these are the things I'm doing, and I'm going to be having 100 persons joining me in the business, and I'm going to be making so amount. I'm making over $1 million naira. Now, the reason why I'm bringing you here is because I brought you here is because I want you to understand that the earlier you join this, the better. As you activate your account right now, some of the things I do will reflect for you. Who would you join? You won't join the person that is showing you a lot. You will join the person that has a vision that will affect you positively. That is why anytime you are with someone, anytime you're with a prospect, take your eyes off yourself. Let it be all about the prospect. Let it be about helping him. Let it be about support. Let it be about making sure that they start earning and they get established. Once they can sense it, they get started. That is the reason why you will see people go and borrow money to start when they don't hear me. All these things are not magic. You are with some of them physically one-on-one. They trust you more. You have more things that can make them to trust you. They know your house. They know where you go to church. They know your families. That's wonderful. But in addition, you must answer those 3 questions. Very, very important. And then if you're someone that have lived a reckless life before, and there is a friend of yours you are getting to, and you don't make a bold declaration of a new life, you don't make a bold declaration of, like I said before, maybe you've been jumping around from one company or the other, and you don't come out and make a bold and audacious declaration. I have found it. This is the last. Here is where I am. My sisters, look at this. We've been making mistakes. Here it is right now. People will still think that you are like one of them. I want you to play this video over and over again. Listen to it over and over again. Internalize it. And I want you to apply it anytime you're sharing the business with people, or if you are watching a recorded video with them. Make sure that you let them know they can do it, they can be supported, and the business is real. When you do this, see how people will rush to you, giving you payments, making payments, sending payments alerts to you, and your business will start exploding. God bless you. All right, so let's get back to our 90 days challenge. How many of us we are still working on recruiting 10 persons in the next 30 days? Let me see with your hand. 10 in the next 30 days. How many of you? Let me say this again and again and again.
I'm here.
Okay, you are here. All right. Bros, are you here?
Yeah.
But I say no, they follow this one I said, yeah? Are you working with I have 10 person joining in a month in the next 30 days?
Yes.
The answer is no. Oh, you don't follow now. Now, let me say this. I heard, the first person I heard that made a statement like that, I didn't understand it until I studied another man. It was Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy is the first person that said that success is setting goals and achieving goals. I didn't understand what he was saying. Yes, I got exposed to Brian Tracy first before I got exposed to Earl Nightingale. Many of you know Brian Tracy, but many of you don't know Earl Nightingale. Yes. Some of you is when you joined RDI that I started exposing you to Earl Nightingale. Brian Tracy said, success is setting goals and achieving goals. But I didn't understand it. I thought that someone can actually succeed without setting a goal. You know, whenever you hear about goal setting, I take it for granted. Trust me. You know, in fact, there are some of us that those days, the only time we set goals is during a New Year resolution. How many of you, you know, you do New Year's resolutions? Let me see with your hand. New Year resolution. Let me see what everybody do. It's nice now. New Year resolution. That's a lazy man way of setting goals. I decide in my heart I will become this. I decide I will stop drinking. I decide. And guess what? 95% to 97% of those New Year resolutions, within the first 2 weeks, they get broken. That's a lazy man way of setting goals. New Year resolutions. Listen to me. The 90 days challenge is not just about recruiting 30 persons in 90 days. It's not. Those of you in Alpha Lion, it's not just about recruiting 60 in 90 days. It's not. In fact, I won't lie to you. I knew about setting goals very well, but I never saw the 90 days challenge from that angle when I was working on the plan until I launched it. When I launched it, it just dawned on me that I just released a vehicle for explosive growth for anyone in the business. And instantly I made up my mind that I will never stop the 90 days challenge. Never. Let's get back to Earl Nightingale. Earl Nightingale said that success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal or goal. So I believe in the school of thoughts, of Earl Nightingale. See, listen to me. There are two things there. Number one is what? Goal or ideal. You set a goal, then you are a success as you progressively work towards achieving that set goal. Meaning that when there is no set goal, there is no success. Please, those of you that are to be inaugurated, you will be inaugurated on Monday. All right. I wasn't informed ahead of time of your inauguration. All right. So I didn't have it at all in plan for any inauguration today. So I'm sorry. So if you are to be inaugurated today, all right, you will be done, you'll be inaugurated on Monday. There was no notice at all to me that you'll be inaugurated today before the meeting. You can't come to the meeting, my meeting, and be telling me you'll be inaugurated. Or a leader coming to my meeting and telling me this person is supposed to be inaugurated today. That shouldn't be happening. Leaders, please learn from that. Never you do that again. If someone is to be inaugurated, give me their names ahead of time so I can plan the trainings. I didn't plan for any inauguration today. Sorry. On Monday, you will be inaugurated. God bless you. All right. If there is no goal, that means you're not progressively working towards achieving anything and there is no success. Who is a successful man? A successful man is a man that has a goal and is working towards achieving that goal. Simple. So look at it here. Success has not to do with how much you have made. Listen, it has not to do with how much you have made in the business. I will keep saying this. I will keep saying this. I will keep saying this. You are not going to become a monthly million earner in the business until you become a person that earns millions every month. And these things we are teaching you, character, attitude, setting goals, working towards achieving a goal, is what builds you to become a monthly million earner. I keep saying, some of you, you are having miracles in your results. You are playing with your business and you are having money flowing into your account. For me, it's a miracle. I know people here that are having miracles because when I look at your character, I can say it's a miracle. I'm telling you the truth. Oh. The 90 days challenge is not for us to feel good. Oh, we have a challenge 90 days. No. The 90 days challenge, at the end of the day, what matters most is who you become as a result of this project, not how much you will earn from it. So those of you that stay disciplined, those of you that stay focused, those of you that stay focused to consistently, and I keep saying it is a matter of the heart. Nobody knows how consistent you are. Nobody knows how focused you are. You know how focused you are. You are the one that should answer the question whether the 90 days challenge, recruiting 10 persons in a month, is your mind predominant thought. Because your life will always move in the direction of your predominant thought. Is the 90 days recruiting challenge, recruiting 10 persons in a month, 10 in a month, does it dominate your mind? Is it a dominant thought? Do you think about it all the time? Do you strategize? Do you put in action? Do you put in work every day towards achieving it? That everyday effort is what matters most. I will leave you with this saying by John C. Maxwell. People grossly underestimate what happens over time, and they overestimate what happens in a day. Success is not about what happened today. You can see a tree being cut. It takes just having the last cut, boom, for the tree to fall. That's what a lot of people will think. But that's not the truth. It took series of cuts. Series of cuts. It took series of cuts. Listen. Until the tree finally what? Falls. If you are not consistently, every day, focused. See, how do I do this? How do you do this? Come up to yourself and tell yourself, enough is enough. Enough of playing around. When last did I set a goal and achieve this goal and achieve my goal? Enough is enough. Whatever that has to be done must be done. I must have. It's a must. Someone like me, I shared with us a few days ago, I'm working on 10 million naira as into there is an investment I want to make, 10 million naira investment. That is not expenditure. That is not rents I have to pay. It's an investment I will make, 10 million naira, meaning that it has to be a service, not just an income. Meaning that if for it to be an income, from talking about an income, I'm talking about 13 to 14 million naira income between now and end of September. I have barely about 60 days to go. I had to look myself in the mirror. I spent again today. One of the things I wrote, where is my short book? There are things I wrote down. strategies. Let me give you the strategy I wrote down here. See, maybe if you can see it. See, the first one there is to focus on the 90 days recruiting challenge. Look at it. That's the first thing I wrote. I hope you could see it. There is one I'm looking for. I wrote, must be well structured in time management, control unnecessary and unplanned spending, negotiate with the family. You know, when I teach you, people think I don't do it. It is what I wrote for myself. Pray about it every day. That's not something. Okay, I wrote eat. Can you imagine? So even to achieve that, I also wrote eat and rest properly. I wrote it to eat and to rest properly because I know I can overwork. Daily revisit this goal 6 times per day. Spend 1 hour every day. Spend 1 hour every day revisiting the strategies. Every day, I must visit the goal. I must have to read it out to myself again 6 times every day. And I must spend 1 hour every day revisiting the strategies, making sure it's going to work. Success is not accidental. In the next 60 days, I get the goal done. I remember when I took up on a project, you know, there's a property, some of my colleagues that were with me in Jos. That was in 2019. And I needed to be sending 1 million naira every week. They saw me do it. 1 million naira in 2019, I was sending it every single week. I was sending out 1 million. They were like, how do you do these things? Listen, energy grows in the direction of focus. The reason why you don't have enough mental energy, enough strategies, enough concepts is because your focus is scattered. It's scattered. I'm teaching you how I achieve things. Some of you will live throughout this year now. There will not be one single thing that is strong. There will not be one single outstanding thing you can look yourself in the mirror and say you achieved. That's how frustration starts. Check through your past. When they ask you right now, what is it that you did this month or last month? Okay, this month of July that will be ending tomorrow. What is it that would you say that you did that you can call it a big win? As my mentor taught me. My mentor taught me what I call big wins. He said also, make sure that every month you're having a big win. There must be something you call it. It can be on any field of your life. Can you tell yourself, I will be recruiting, no more playing around with my time? All the strategies you need, you have it. Put your integrity on the line. Make the promises. Invigilance also can make the promises to people he doesn't know. Do you think I don't care about my image? To tell people that if you can follow me for 90 days and don't start earning money, I'll pay you back your money. I'm still saying it to all of you here. And you think I don't have ways to prove it? I'm watching you very well. Give me 10 persons attending my Zoom meeting every week. In a month, 40. It's impossible not to have someone registering from there. Impossible. If you are here and you've invited up to 30 to 40 persons in a month to my Zoom meeting and nobody registered, raise your hand. My live Zoom meeting. If you are here and, okay, let's even do it this way. If all through your business life, you have invited at least up to 40 people in a meeting where I was presenting, and there was nobody that paid, raise your hand here. No, let's start. Raise your hand. 40. 40. In all through your business life. Let's not say now 40 in a month, because you're supposed to be inviting 10 per week. All through your business life, we invited 40. They were with me in my presentation and nobody paid money. It's impossible. Why can't you understand this thing? When you step into working with principles and working by principles, you become audacious. That's when you can look someone in the face and say, if you follow me and don't start making money, I give you back your money, because principles doesn't fail. I've never paid anybody back his money. Why can't you get this? Success is not something you play around with. Success answers to principles. You do it, it works. Take it or leave it. I will come back and share this testimony again by 30th of September. I will show us the papers and everything. 10 million naira project will be done and dusted. Trust me, I have not paid even a down payment. I've not even made a down payment of 1 million naira. I've not. But I've already said Told the ladies, the people, the parties involved, by next weekend, I'm sending you 2 million. And I told them every week, expect minimum of 1 million from me. Minimum of 1 million. 1 million to 1.5. That's what I told them. If I can do that, it means between now and that time, I must have paid that about 9 million. That's what I told them. You think I won't do it? Watch me. Watch me get it done and dusted. Don't sit down on the sidelines and seeing people hit their goals. Tell yourself enough is enough. You are getting this thing done. Enough of setting goals and living your life as if nothing is happening. Enough. Enough is enough. Thank you so much. Remember, nobody is there to watch you. Nobody is there to flog you. At the end of the Millionaire School now, you can choose to focus to make those invitations for the 8 p.m. meeting tonight. You can choose to get people to watch the video and not carelessly allow them to watch the video anytime they want. Have you watched the video? Watch it now. There's a promo you are missing. Put your mind to it. Get them to watch the video, and when they are done, get them to take immediate action. You can choose to do it. You can choose to do that follow-up. The people that told you I'm joining today, you can choose to do that. You can choose to make those new connections. Those of you that are leaders, you can choose to call your partners and encourage them. You can choose to fire up your partners and get yourself committed to helping them. You are allowing your partners to be jumping up and down. You don't even coordinate them at all. You don't know their whereabouts. And you call yourself a leader. You can choose to do those things. Or you can choose to go and continue living your life as if nothing just happened in the Millionaire School. And at the end of the year, you will wonder what happened to your finances. My people say, Abachos Agwamai. That's in Igbo. Abachos Agwamai. When we finish running, we will count how many miles. All of us are running, you know, but at the end of the month, we will count how many miles that we've run. Some persons must have run 10 miles, some 1,000 miles, some 100 miles. Even the Holy Book said it. Don't just run for running's sake. Run as one to receive a prize. Anyone that is to receive a reward, anyone that is to achieve anything, there is a way you run. You don't go to the Olympics and to the world competitions just to run. Run as one that is to receive a prize. Anyone that is to win a prize, there is a preparation and there is a way, there's an attitude that goes with it. Run as one that is to win. Don't just walk for the walking's sake. Walk to produce results. God bless you. I'm going to leave you here. Of course, you know me. If you keep me here, I will keep firing you up for the next 3 hours. But I think it's time for us to go and then put in some reps, put in some action into what we've learned today. God bless you. Bye-bye.